I want to show you how you can use the Contract Administration module in Dynamics GP to record revenue and record invoicing on service contracts. So let's take a look at it. Let's go to the Field Service Area page. We'll open up Contract Entry and Update. And what we want to do is create a new one, so we'll click on New. This will give us a new contract. We can look up a client, select this one here, and we can fill in additional information if we want to on the purchase order number, other information that you can see here on the screen. But what we're really interested in is the contract and the billing. So let's make this a 36 period contract, and we'll begin it on January 1st. And what I want to do in order to show the deferred revenue and how that's recognized in the system, what we're going to do is we're going to bill every 3 months. And that will create a deferred revenue situation where we're invoicing less and we need to recognize revenue on that. So we'll see how that works. So here I'm going to bill it every quarter, starting in January. We'll go to the contract lines here, and we'll enter our detailed information. So I created a non-inventory item called service contract, and we'll use that to record the details of this particular contract. So you can see for every line, I'm going to have the contract start and end date and also the billing start and end date. So I'm going to start out and just say this is the monthly price of $500. We'll put that in. And the system will create that for 36 periods. So you can see the total of $18,000. And when we do that, we can look at the Invoices tab down here, and we can see a list of invoices that are going to be created on a quarterly basis. We can also see the revenue and how that's going to be recognized. So if we select this line item here, go to Revenue, we can see every month that $500 is going to be recognized, even though on a quarterly basis we're billing $1,500. So let's see how that works. So the first thing we want to do is go to the contract billing transaction here. This will bring up all the items that need to be billed. In this case, it's just that contract we just created. We can open that up and get a little more information. So all we need to do is we can preview it if we want to, take a look at what it's going to actually invoice. We can see the result here. If we're satisfied with that, we can go ahead and we can commit to that and invoice it. And what that's going to do is create an invoice in the sales order processing module. So let's take a look at that quickly. So here's the invoice right here. We can select that and drill down. And we can see this is the description coming from the contract. And we can select a different item number if we want to as part of the setup for contract administration. So this is the individual line. It's on the invoice and sales order processing. So I'm just going to post that. So I'm just going to post that. And we're now done with the invoicing for that particular quarter. So next thing we have to do on a monthly basis, we have to go record and recognize the revenue on that particular contract. So let's go back to this Field Service Area page, and we'll go to Revenue Recognition. And let's just recognize revenue for that first period. We see I have this one line item here. So we'll just select that, and then we'll post it. So now we invoiced the first quarter on this particular contract, and we recognize revenue on the first month. So let's take a look at the result in the Contract Administration module. Here's our contract right here. We'll click into the contract lines, select that line, and we can look at the invoices, and now show that this has been invoiced and posted. You can see that here. Likewise, if we go to the Revenue tab, we can see that that first month of revenue has been recognized. So now all we have to do to maintain this particular contract is on a regular basis, a monthly basis, we'll run the invoicing routine. It's only going to invoice what's due on that particular month. Well, likewise, we'll run the revenue recognition routine. It's only going to recognize the revenue for that particular month. So the contract administration module in Dynamics GP is actually a pretty easy way to control contracts that you might have in your business.